Hello Virgo. This is a reading for a large audience, and although I pray and prepare and ask that each of you receives at least one message, it is for a large number of people. So let's go ahead and get started. Pulled some cards from Sandra Ann Taylor's Energy Oracle deck, as well as Doreen Virtue's Romance Angels, Magical Messages from the Fairies, and the Saints and the Angels. So the first card that we have for you is the Magician. And so the Magician signifies, you know, the end of a phase, the completion of a chapter, completion of a phase, completion of a time in your life. But it also signifies, you know, knowing and using your own power, because you are the Magician. So if you see here, he's juggling fire in one hand, water in the other hand. He has the infinity symbol above his head, which is, you know, a divine symbol of God, all-knowing, all-powerful. So they're wanting to remind you that you have the power. You hold the power to determine how your future unfolds, because, you know, you're culminating all these experiences, but you are able to determine the direction that you're going to go, determine the outcome, and you can determine whether, you know, am I going to go with what's safe, or am I going to go with what I feel that I'm destined to do? Because I get for a number of you, this is pertaining to your job. I get for some of you, you have been getting the intuitive guidance and nudges to go down a completely different career path. For some of you, it's starting your own business. For some of you, it's just, you know, leaving a company you've been with for 25 years. For some of you, it's leaving the career path you've been doing for 20 years. But you've been getting those nudges for a reason. That's your divine path. That's what you're meant to do. So they're encouraging you to go ahead and grasp that divine path, and they're trying to encourage you to go in that direction, because that's your soul's calling. That's why you keep being pushed in that direction. But you do have the power to decide. You can decide if you want to stay with the company, stay with the position where you feel safe and secure, or if you want to venture out to the new calling, the new thing that your heart, your soul has been connected to, kind of driven toward. You get to determine where you're going from here. Next card we have is Door to Value, and you can see that the door it's open. There's money flowing in. You know, you've got flowers on the other side. You've got this bright divine light. They're saying, so this is definitely connected to you having new beginnings with your career, with your finances, your income. It is divinely watched over from above, and it will be successful. So this is a message to those of you that are contemplating going down your destiny's path, stepping out of the norm, stepping into a completely new career field, starting your own new business. They want you to know that the future's bright, the potential is there. You'll have all the financial abundance, money, coins all flowing toward you, so you needn't worry about being able to meet your financial obligations. They're saying that these new beginnings with career and expansions, you don't need to be concerned about money, because you will be taken care of. And for some of you that are going to start your own business, it's going to be totally unexpected how you are going to get money in the beginning. But your lifestyle will not change at all. It won't be affected. And I get that a number of you are actually going to have more financial abundance than you have now by taking that leap of faith. Next card we have is Connect with Nature. And on the bottom it says, you're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So I get for a number of you, you know, you're the alchemist, you're trying to make this decision. Okay, what do I do? Do I go with path A? Do I go with path B? Again, they're saying for a lot of you, it has to do with career. And for some of you, they're saying it has to do with love. And we'll get to that in a moment. This bottom row is about your love life. But they're saying that whether it's career, whether it's love, they've been giving you a lot of intuitive guidance, a lot of intuitive information. But because you're so overwhelmed with stress, you're not hearing them. So oftentimes when we go out into nature, be it even a walk during our lunch break, when we go out into nature, we are more receptive to hearing divine messages, divine guidance. So they're encouraging you to go outside, because these questions that you have when you're outdoors, you're going to be able to hear their answers. You're going to come up with the creative solutions, the creative ideas, so that you can move forward on your path. And for some of you, you may even be starting your own business as a landscaper or something outdoors. but they're encouraging you to get outside in nature to be able to connect and to connect to the divine. So the first card for love we have is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So for some of you, this is talking about some of you that are, in a committed relationship, and be it you're married to the person, you're committed to them, you've been with them a long time. Okay, so I get that for some of you, you're in this committed relationship. This person has stepped out in the relationship in the past. They have cheated on you in the past. So the two of you decided to stay together, to work through it, to continue to move forward with your relationship. But I get that because you don't trust them, it's causing a lot of strife, a lot of arguments, a lot of conflict, a lot of problems. So, and I'm getting that as soon as this person does something like that, they don't call you right back, or they don't text you right back, or they say that they want to go have a fun night with the guys watching the draft, you immediately think that they're doing wrong. So you accuse them of wrongdoing, which is really just compromising, and it could potentially put the entire relationship in jeopardy and end it, because their vantage point is, if you said that you're going to trust me, we're going to work this out, then trust me. So what they're encouraging you to do is to let that go and to truly trust them, because they aren't doing that behavior any longer. So you can trust. And if you need help letting those past experiences and emotions tied to that, if you need help letting those go, pray. Ask the angels to help you release that. Because when we have been hurt by the one we love in that fashion, it's not necessarily an easy thing to let go of. But with the help of God and the angels, you can let that go and move forward. So now for some of you, you've met someone, you think, oh my gosh, this is the one, this is the right person for me, but you're still really not sure. And then also because of your past experience, you're not sure if you can trust this person, because things aren't really going as you would expect. I get that it's a lot of back and forth. You hear from them, you don't hear from them, you hear from them, you don't hear from them. What they're saying is that yes, this person is trustworthy. Yes, they are the right one. Just don't add any fear or anything, or drama and negativity and worries to the situation. Just trust, let go, and let God. And they want you to know that you can trust this person. This person is trustworthy. And they're saying it's even, for a number of you, that's a divine love connection. So it's based on unconditional love. There's no one that you can trust even more. It's just you're both working on your own stuff, your own things that you're having to heal and work with. So, which brings us to the next card, that this relationship is worth waiting for. So in the midst of your ping pong game of back and forth, you're beginning to wonder, oh my gosh, is this ever even going to happen? I'm kind of over it, kind of frustrated, but it's worth it. It's worth waiting for. It is a soulmate relationship, but when it comes to soulmate relationships, they take time. And the lesson we learn with those is patience, because you have to have patience, because there's so many factors involved. There are things that you have to heal. There are things that they have to heal. And there are other factors that we're not aware of. And there's also, your partners, they have free will. No one can infringe on their free will, not even the angels and God. Even if they know, okay, this is a divine meant to be relationship, they still cannot step in on that person's free will. So what they're wanting you to know is it is a relationship worth waiting for. It is divine, but it's divine timing is at play with it as well. So they're saying to not worry. The angels, they've heard your prayers, they've answered your prayers, they are working behind the scenes to bring this relationship to fruition, to bring this union together. The only thing you need to do at this point is to stop worrying, because by worrying, you're just blocking it. You're blocking it from coming to fruition. You're also energetically pushing that person away. So they're saying, let go, let God, stop worrying. Listen to their guidance, listen to their intuition, the intuition, the guidance that you're receiving, and act on it. And even if it just seems bizarre and just seems totally unrelated. So let's say, you've met this person, you're like, oh, I'm sure they're my soulmate. But let's say you're being encouraged to go out on a date with someone, go dancing and go have fun. But you're like, well, why would I be going with this person if I've met my soulmate? That's for a reason. That's, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to marry the person, but maybe you need to get to the point of having fun again. Maybe you've been so down and out about this person and, the years of going back and forth that you're beginning to feel unworthy, or that something's wrong for you. So little do you know that the reason they're trying to get you to go out on a date with that person, they know it's not going to work out. They know that, but they know you're going to have fun. That's going to lift your spirit. That's going to lift your confidence. That's going to have you know that, yeah, I am lovable. I am worthy of having someone would want me. And also just to have fun. Because when you have fun, you raise your vibration, you get to a place of joy, and when you're in a place of joy and happiness, you're not blocking yourself. So maybe you're meant to go out so you can get back to a happy place, so you'll stop worrying and fretting and blocking this divine love of yours from coming in. So just follow the guidance. Whatever the guidance is, no matter how odd it seems, just follow their guidance and act on it. So this card I pulled, and I was asking what you can do to improve your love life. And this card, you found it, came up. And this card's about, finding something of great value, something that's, your life path. So for a number of you, this is talking about how you have found your soulmate. You have found that person that is your life path, that is your meant to be. And what they're saying is to have faith in that and trust that, even if it's taking time, and even for some of you, you'll soon meet that other person, but and find the person that you're looking for. So just trust, have faith, let go, because as soon as you trust and have faith and be like, okay, let God, let go, this is going to work out, I don't have anything to worry about, that's when miracles begin. Excuse me. Because that's when you unblock yourself. So they're encouraging you to do that. Many thanks to everyone for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all the comments and feedback. I love hearing from you. Filled with a lot of love, joy, and blessings.